It is close to crunch time for those high schoolers getting ready to take those college entrance exams this spring. Certainly a stressful time, not just for the students, but also for the parents who know how important doing well on these tests is for their child's future. But parents, we got to say, beware here.
Yeah, when the stakes are just as high as your emotions, it's easy to let down your guard. In fact, criminals are counting on it. WCNC Charlotte's Carolyn Bruck is here with the college prep predators every parent needs to know about.
Imagine you're the parent of a high school junior who's about to take her SATs next month. Even though you know that your student has studied for the test, as a parent, you're still worried. And it makes sense. There is so much riding on this one test. Getting the best score possible could be the difference between getting into a good college or getting left behind. So when you receive a phone call from someone claiming to be from the College Board offering to send free test prep materials, it's tough to turn that down. And that's when the scam happens.
It's really disappointing because the SAT and the PSATs are obviously really important to parents and teenagers alike. They're using it to be able to prove that they're ready to go on to their dream college. So getting a phone call from somebody who's pretending to be the College Board is obviously really easy to believe.
Cybersecurity expert Scott Cederbaum says the proof is in the posts. Complaint after complaint from parents, all posted online to the Better Business Bureau's Scam Tracker website, all telling the same story of being targeted by criminals claiming to be from the College Board, the organization behind the SAT and PSATs. This parent writes, quote, "They called with my name and my son's name at my work phone number and said my son had checked the box on the PSAT to receive test prep materials free of charge." The parent goes on to say that the caller tells them that they would eventually need to return the free study materials and provide, quote, "my credit card info in case they were not returned." Problem is, they won't ever receive the promised test prep materials, and they've just given their credit card information to a complete stranger.
When they're offering you training services to make it more likely that your child's going to do well on these life-changing examinations, of course, it's going to be really compelling to trust them and ultimately hand over credit card information.
And that's how these college prep predators separate you from your money, preying on a parent's best intentions.
That's absolutely the hook. And then it turns into any other phone scam where ultimately a person or company that you haven't verified is asking you for credit card information over the phone.
This parent says she's out $639 after falling for the fraud.
The reality is that no one from the College Board and really no one that you should trust should ever be making a phone call to you asking for your credit card information.
And if that parent had instead paid these criminals with a debit card, things could have been much worse.
It's touching your own income. So while you're waiting for the bank to refund that money, that could prevent you from being able to make a mortgage payment or a rent payment or paying for your electricity.
Bottom line?
Just being hyper vigilant. The process is stressful enough. If you get a phone call, just don't trust that the person on the phone is actually who they say they are.
Cederbaum says everyone with a credit card needs to track their transactions, and you can sign up for text or email alerts. So every time the card is used, you know about it. That way, if it ever gets into the wrong hands, you can take action right away. Carolyn Bruck, WCNC Charlotte.